to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys high school tips for the upcoming school year. I would say this video is my target audience for this video is mainly for the new incoming freshmen and sophomores, mainly because I'm going into my junior year this year, so I want to give advice for grades I have already passed and went through, because I mean it just makes sense. I can't really give you guys advice on, you know, junior year yet or becoming for juniors, because I am not even a junior yet. I'm about to be this upcoming school year. So I just think this is a great video to do with the school year right around the corner. I honestly could most definitely use this advice as well for myself, even as an upcoming junior. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. It's something kind of different, and I think I will honestly like making content like this, just sitting down and doing like a little girl talk, or even to my males watching my videos. You know, I just really hope that this advice that I do share with you all in this video can help. So let's get into this video. Alright, so the first advice I'm going to give you guys is on the very first day of high school. When you go in, and this can honestly be for, I mean, I know I said mainly this is going to be advice for freshmen and sophomore, because I already passed those grades, so I can tell you guys kind of like what to expect. But even for juniors and seniors, I mean, I know you've went through 2 years, 4 years of high school already at that point, and you kind of already know what to expect on the first day. I know last year, the last school year, this past school year that just passed, as a sophomore, I don't really think I expected anything, honestly, for the first day or on the first day as a sophomore. And with that, going into the first day, it literally was just the same as freshman year. I mean, for freshman year, I can tell you most definitely I was confused. Even after going to orientation and everything, I was still kind of confused and kind of timid and hesitant as like what to do, because even though I had my own little friend group, I still kind of felt lost, almost like I didn't really fit in, even though I'm not really the type to like want to fit in, you know what I mean? But yeah, for my freshman year, I can definitely tell you that I was confused. If your school has, or I'm pretty sure your school will have orientation, especially for the freshmen, you should go so you can get a feel around the school, because on orientation, not everyone is going to be there. Everyone that's new to the school or in your grade, they most likely won't be there on orientation, but you should. I recommend that you should go, because it will help. Most definitely, you can get a feel around the school, you know, and then even after orientation, you can stay after and, you know, take another walk through around the school just to get a feel of everything, where to go, your classes, because in the first day, you don't want to be confused as to, you know, where's your first period, you know, where do I go? And even if, I mean, it's nothing wrong with being confused on the first day, even as juniors and even seniors, but just make sure to ask. Don't just, you know, sit there being confused. Make sure to ask questions if you are confused or lost or anything like that. I didn't really expect much on my first day. I never expect much anyways on the first day. I mean, I just think I just look at it as like another school year that I'm ready to get through and move on with that time of my life. The next topic I want to talk about is friends. And if you see me keep looking down, I have my journal right here that I wrote everything. I took notes on specific topics that I did want to touch on in this video. The first thing I want to talk about is friends, and feeling a sense of like almost being alone, like you have no one to talk to or no one to really hang out with or anything like that. So I'm gonna give it to you, straight girl. Okay, starting off with my freshman year, I came into my freshman year, I already had friends from my previous school, from elementary and middle school. I mean, they stuck with me since elementary, and even we went to middle school together, so they stuck with me. Going into my freshman year, I wasn't worried about friends because I knew I already had my group of friends set. But I've always also had like a small group of friends. I'm telling you right now, there's nothing wrong with that. Having like 1, 2 friends, 3 friends, like just a little small group, nothing is wrong with that. So I'm a little small group of friends going into freshman year, so I wasn't worried about that. But I can tell you this, those who may be going into the very first year of high school, and let's say you're going into a brand new school. So I mean, everyone you was cool with or made friends with in middle school, you're not going to high school with them now, and you have to now start up and make new friends, meet new people. I can tell you this right now, I mean, you're always going to have to meet people, and as an antisocial person, I hate talking to people, like especially being the first one having to talk to someone. Like if you come talk to me, that's cool, like I'm gonna make conversation if you come to me first. And I know that can also be the case for some people. So if you're in that situation where you're like moving to a whole nother school where you're gonna have to meet new people, like a whole bunch of new people, you're not gonna have one person there that you already know, I can tell you this: be outgoing. Now, like I said, it's not as easy as it is just to say it, because like I said, as an antisocial person, being outgoing is like, and honestly for me, I say I'm antisocial, but I'm still pretty an outgoing person. I mean, it depends on the circumstance, but you have to be outgoing. You have to get out there and put yourself out there. You know, I know like one way that pushes me to have to, you know, go and talk to people that actually interact with other students is like if we're in a class and we have like a group assignment that the teacher assigns, and we have to either pick our own groups or the teacher assigns us 2 groups with random people. You know, it's always, obviously it's going to be awkward, even for those who like to socialize. It's going to be awkward. So I usually like to be like the, if it's like if it's being quiet and you can just the tension of awkwardness just getting so like weirder and weirder as the seconds go by, I would most likely be like the first person to just bust out and be like, so, you know, what's your guys' names? And that's kind of what I mean by being outgoing and just kind of get out there, you know what I mean? Meeting new people, you know, and even if you're not going to a brand new school and you already have friends, still, you know, go out there and meet new people. I know I tell myself a lot recently too that I don't really care for meeting new people, and I mean that is the case. I really don't, because I mean there's really, I mean, I really don't care for meeting new people, you know, or making new friends. If I do, that's cool. If not, I'm also cool with that. But if I have to, which I mean you always will have to, I mean, at least I know kind of how to work my way through it. Get out there, be bold. I know for some it's gonna definitely take time. It's a process, I know. But just kind of, you know, go for it. I can give you some ways to start a conversation with someone. Compliment someone. You know, you see someone with some nice shoes, or you like their hair or their outfit, but like, you know, you look really nice, like I like your outfit, I like your shoes, you know, your hair looks really cute. Yeah, just even if you're the type that, even if you're a little hesitant or nervous, because I know how I'd be, still am to this day, just go for it, because you never know the person that you compliment. You know, you're like, you say I like your hair too, or you say, oh, your outfit is so cute, you know, you never know, they probably wanted to say the same thing to you or wanted to say something to you, but they were just too nervous too. But by you starting that conversation, just by complimenting them, makes them feel that sense of, you know, kind of, you know, comfortness, like an okay, like maybe there's nothing that bad, anything wrong with, just going somewhere and just talking. So yeah, that's like one way you could get out there. Okay, so I think this ties in with how to make friends or just get out there, and kind of be bold, sports. That's another way that you can get out there. Trying out, a new sport, whether you are good at it already or it's something new that you just wanted to try, whether you do end up being good at it or it was just something, that you tried and wasn't really your thing. I can tell you, I did a lot of sports already. My freshman year, I tried out for track first. I stayed for like half the season. We fell off a little for because it was during COVID, definitely during my freshman year. We kind of fell off, and we had to take a little break from the track season. And after that, I just didn't really come back because it was also like the coach, and I didn't really feel a sense of like I belonged there. I really did. Before I even tried track in high school, I did have a passion for it. Like, I love running, racing people, and I still do today. But I mean, ever since that experience, on the team, and I really wasn't motivated. That's the thing. But I still tried it, and it was something. It was fun. I mean, I did it with a couple friends. It was fun, but I mean, I don't really think I would go back to that now. Now that I'm going into my junior year. And then I also did tennis my freshman year, and I actually really did enjoy tennis. I mean, the team, they made you feel welcome, and everything. And then I stuck with tennis out also for last year, my sophomore year. And I think I am going to continue sticking with tennis for my upcoming junior year and maybe even my senior year. I really did, yeah. Tennis is something that I don't really plan on going professional with tennis, but it's just something I just really liked doing, or something I tried out in high school, and I just found it really fun. And I'm going to try. I haven't practiced in a while, but I still find it fun. I mean, once the season starts and I'm into it, the matches it'll be real fun and really competitive, and I love competitive sports. I'm a very competitive person. So yeah, tennis was something that I stuck with last year, my sophomore year. I also tried out cheerleading. I joined the JV team, junior varsity team. It was really good. I did it for all of the fall season, which is football. So I cheered for the football players all throughout their season, and then I cheered for half of winter season, which is basketball season. I only cheered for half. This year I really wasn't prepared. That's what I'm gonna say. It's not that I didn't really want to do it. I really wasn't prepared before the fall season started again. And I was going to try out for varsity this year, but I wasn't prepared. I was going to try out for varsity for fall and winter season. But since I missed the date for tryouts for the fall season, I'm going to wait till winter season and see if my schedule can fit cheerleading into it. But yeah, I think I would actually give that a shot for winter season because I didn't want to do it for fall, but I missed the opportunity. But cheer was something that, it was fun. It was really fun. Like, I had great opportunities. I mean, I went out, did a lot, met new girls. It was great. And it even got me out of my comfort zone because, like I said, I am an antisocial person, and I really want to try something unless I'm kind of forced to almost. And I kind of just went out there with trying out cheer. I don't even really know what made me want to. I think I would see them cheering. I think it was after the pep rally my freshman year. I saw them performing, and I was like, I mean, I love dancing. I can't really professionally dance, but I like doing a little some in my room, and I'm like, I kind of was feeling them. So I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna give it a shot, and I did, and I really liked it. Again, something just fun that I just think something that is fun that allowed me to step out of my comfort zone. Now I love performing because of it. I also enrolled in a dance class which performs on stage in front of the whole school and everything, all because of cheer. It really got me to step out there and kind of get out that comfort zone and just perform, be yourself. Cheer allowed me to really be myself, and I found another version of myself all because I tried out for cheer. Sports definitely is something else that will help you get out there, meet new people. You will most definitely meet tons of people, tons, and interact with tons of people if you travel for sports. I'm telling you right now, you could walk into that school with barely any friends, not knowing anyone, but as soon as you travel for a sport, yeah, you're gonna meet tons of people. And also with that, after school activities, you know, activities like clubs, stuff like that. I know my school, they have a lot of clubs. Like they have the Spanish clubs, honor society, Korean club. They have a lot of clubs at my school. Or even make your own club. See a club that you think you could fit into, make your own club. You know, gather a bunch of people, do your own thing, or even start out by yourself and then work your way up from there and make your own club. I think that's something also great. I actually thought about making my own club one time with one of my other friends. We didn't really like take it that seriously. I mean, this actually previous year we kind of had an idea to, so but I don't really think we're going to go forth with that. I mean, I think it'll be something cool, honestly. We'll see, but school, honestly, school opens so many opportunities for you, and I think you should really take it, because once you're completely done with, you know, that portion of school, I'm talking about like elementary, middle, and high school, you're gonna, like, regardless if you continue your schooling journey, because if you go off to college, you know, you're obviously still in school, they offer opportunities, I mean, from what I've heard and seen, but honestly, I don't think they offer as much as elementary, middle, and high school could offer, especially middle and high school. So they offer a lot. I mean, a lot of clubs. They give you so many opportunities to find who you are and be yourself and socialize. School really helps, public school at that, but school in general really helps to bring out a person's character and just really help develop the person's character, because you're interacting with kids and people in general all day, every day. 5 days out of the week, you're interacting with, you know, new people every single day, and it just allows you to develop your character. And I just think you should really take that opportunity, because you don't want to look back and then just wish, oh, I should have tried out for cheer, oh, I should have, you know, started that club that I wanted to, oh, I should have talked to that person, you know, I should have done that. You don't want to have no should have thoughts after the fact. You want to have done that and look back and be proud on that. The next advice I want to give you guys is on social anxiety. I can tell you right now, coming from someone who has social anxiety, like I still kind of go through that, it's definitely draining. It's a lot. It's almost like you're battling with yourself to, like, you want to go out there, but it's just something inside you that keeps pulling you back and stopping you from just going out there and doing what you want to do. My last 2 years of high school that I completed, freshman and sophomore year, I had the worst social anxiety. Like, over the summer, I told myself, girl, I'm gonna go into the school, I don't care what nobody thinks, I don't care, I'm gonna do me. People could look at me, I'm gonna do me, but I'm gonna be so completely honest with you. I was doing me, yes, I was focused on me, doing me, did things that I enjoyed, that I was passionate about, that I loved, but at the same time, while doing that, I wasn't fully doing that. Like, although I was doing that, not to the full extent that I wanted to, that I preached to myself about before the school year started. And then after the school year was over, I looked back and I was so disappointed. I was very disappointed. I was like, damn, like, I really wish that I didn't care about what he said, what she said, what they thought. Like, I just really wish I just had done that. And I mean, social anxiety can stem from a lot of things. It really takes time to work through it, though. It does. And I don't, like I said, coming from someone who kind of, I wouldn't say suffers from it, but who's dealt with it or is dealing with it, I would say you can't really deal with social anxiety, or not that you can't really, but it's harder to deal with social anxiety by yourself. it's better to really work it out with someone. Like, I've met other kids who, or students, met other people who I went to school with, who, you know, also was open with me too, and was like, yeah, I have social anxiety, whether it was worse than mine, or, you know, mine was, or vice versa. But and it also it did make me feel better. It really, it kind of eased my whole, that whole tension that was going on in my head, that, you know, I don't belong here, because that's some of the thoughts that social anxiety will give you. Like, you don't belong in a certain place, you shouldn't talk to these certain people, or maybe you should talk to these certain people. Yeah, social anxiety really does kind of mess up your mindset, and like I said, it stops you from doing a lot of things that would be good for you and that you know, should do. If you are, you know, going through that, suffering from social anxiety, I think you should really find someone of your age, you know, a peer, you know, someone, get close to them, start talking to them about their social, someone who can relate to you on that topic. That's what I meant. Get close to them, start talking to them about that. You know, how do you cope with your social anxiety? So maybe you can try those techniques, and vice versa, and just talk it out with them, because knowing that someone else, you know, you may go to school with, or someone else your age has kind of is kind of going through the same thing that you are going through, it kind of makes you feel better that, you know, you're not alone in that. The next one I want to talk about is drama. Let's talk about drama. Drama is like a big thing, a big topic. I mean, drama is always going to be something that is about something that we will encounter as we go throughout our life, whether it's in school or in the real world. I'm someone who personally hates, I do not like, whatsoever, I do not like drama. I don't like being in drama. I don't like really even hearing about it. I mean, if anything, I will sit and listen to the drama that other people have going on, but as of being actually, you know, in the drama myself, I'm not with that. I hate drama. I don't like it. But I'm going to give you guys tips on, you know, just ways how to at least try to avoid it, because like I said, no matter how much you hate drama, you don't like being in it. I feel like there's always going to be a way that, like, drama will always find its way to you, regardless, if, no matter how much you try to avoid it, I'm just telling you, it's always going to find its way to you. One way that I personally, I'm telling you guys advice that I also take for myself. So one way that I personally stay away from advice that I also advise you guys to use is just stay to yourself. Honestly, if you just stay to yourself and just do you, no one has nothing to say about you. No one has nothing to use against you. Like, there's no he said, she said, none of that. So if you just stay to yourself and you're just focused on what's your priorities and what you got going on, ain't nobody can come and mess that up. Ain't nobody can try to even bring drama into your life. Now, not to say that people will still try you so that, you know, they can start up some drama, but the best way to stay away from it and all is just to stay to yourself. So like I said, I'm not promising you that just by staying to yourself, you know, drama will not find its way to you whatsoever at all. But there's a less chance of it finding its way to you, or even causing a big, you know, issue in your life if you just stay to yourself. Meaning, you know, barely tell anyone what you got going on. You know, just doing you, focusing on you, not even caring about what anybody else got going on. You know, someone come to you telling you about their success and what they got going on in life. Be happy for them, you know, support them, but to an extent. I think it's also about just, I mean, okay, so you can, like, you have friends, and I mean, like I said, they probably will have drama in their life, and, you know, most friends, they'll come and tell you about it. Now, just because they come and tell you about, you know, the drama that they have going on in their life doesn't mean that you personally have to partake in that or engage in that. And what I mean by that is, you know, your girlfriend comes to you and is like, yeah girl, this boy is da 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 da, or this girl trying to steal my man, or something like that. you can be there for her, like I said, and like support her, uplift her, whatever. But as for like having your say in it and being like, oh girl, well, I think you should, no, because that's involving yourself in the drama. You're giving her, you know, tips, or like you telling her what she should do, or, you know, no, like you're involving yourself in drama by just doing that. It's best just to leave it at that. You know, your girlfriend tell you her drama, what she got going on in her life. Oh, okay, girl, you know, I'm sorry about that, and keep it moving. Let her figure that out. You know, it's her drama. Let her figure that out. You know, not to be rude, respectfully, but just to also protect your peace. Protect your peace. Yeah, because I mean, people always gonna come to you, regardless if you're in the drama or not. They're gonna try to come to you with the drama. Drama will always try to find its way to you. So you just gotta know how to handle it when it does try to find its way into your life. Next topic I want to touch on is peer pressure. Girl, as high schoolers, I think now, like, peer pressure, I mean, I'm not trying to make an assumption, because I mean everyone has their own rate that they're going at. For me, because I'm just trying to relate in each situation here, for me, I am one that does not fall into peer pressure, like, whatsoever. Like, you can tempt me so much, you continue tempting me for weeks, even months, but I'm not gonna fall for it. And that just comes with like having your own boundaries, your own self-respect, knowing who you are and knowing what you want for yourself. So I don't fall for those kind of things. Peer pressure, I don't fall into it. I know for some we're all different, so for others, you know, for you it might be harder to resist peer pressure. But I honestly think it's the group, or to like resist it. I think it's all about the group that you're hanging around. You know if they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing. You know. And you know if they're trying to influence you to do something as well that you're not supposed to be doing. All I could really say for this, because like I said, I don't fall into it, so I really don't know what it feels like to fall into peer pressure. All I can really say is, if you just have this gut feeling, because I get gut feelings all the time, and 9 times out of 10 my gut feeling's always right. So you get this gut feeling in a certain situation when someone's trying to peer pressure you to do something you know you shouldn't be doing, and you get this gut feeling that's telling you I shouldn't do it, just walk away, just stop, don't do it, please don't do it, because I'm telling you that gut feeling of yours is completely right. I mean, to avoid peer pressure and all, just watch you hanging around the people you're hanging around, because I mean, we all have mutual friends. Like, you know, the group that you hang with, it could be a good set of friends to you, but then they have like other mutual friends outside of your friend group who are influencing them to do bad things, and then they get influenced, they get in the habit of doing those bad things, and now they're coming to you and trying to peer pressure you, and now it's like you gotta, you know, you gotta defend yourself, and now you gotta find a new group. This is why they done fell into something, to one of the devil's traps. Just watch the group you're hanging around. I think that's how you can really just avoid peer pressure and all. Now I want to talk about your grades and just schoolwork. Staying up to par with, you know, the whole reason why you're in school. We all struggle, you know, even straight A students, they struggle time to time, but you can definitely get back on track. Consistency and keeping those grades up. Schoolwork always comes first. So despite everything that I talked about, you know, that first day feeling, peer pressure, social anxiety, sports, drama, all that, the main reason why you're in school is to do schoolwork and keep them grades up to par. That's the first thing. Honestly, you can't even, I know I talked about sports and joining sports and finding, you know, something you can fit into, but you can't even do sports or any kind of school activity if your grades are not up there, if you're not, you know, if your grades are not good. You can't participate in any school activities, I can tell you that right now. Whether you want to or not, it's the best feeling ever to look at your report card, to look at, you know, your grades, and just have great grades. And then at the end, you can relax and you're like, you know, you put that work in to get those grades. Like I said, your grades are the results of your effort put in. The teachers are there to help. Teachers, that's why they're there. That's the reason. You literally use your teachers. Use them for help. They're your biggest resource when it comes to school. Grades, your schoolwork, and make sure to stay up to par with that. I know it can get really tough, especially once it hits that, you know, the middle of the school year. So now that we talked about grades and schoolwork, the next thing that I want to touch on is procrastination that goes in with schoolwork during the school year. That it mainly pertains to your schoolwork. You just procrastinate so much, you know, to do schoolwork especially when it starts to get tough. But you have to keep going. That's what I said. Like, I know it's gonna get tough, especially during the middle of the school year when teachers start piling loads and loads of work on you, especially when tests come, benchmark. And since I'm going to my junior year, I will be preparing for the SAT. I will be taking the SAT this year, so it's just gonna be a lot that comes there's a lot that's gonna come this year and being a junior. But because of my previous years where I had time to kind of prepare for everything, I feel like I'm pretty much ready. Yeah, procrastination, I mean, everyone procrastinates at some point, whether it comes, that's like with school, chores, whatever the case is. If I know I have a priority that I need to get done, I'm going to prioritize that priority and get it done. If you know you have to study, if you know you have an assignment that you need to get done, get her done. That TV show can wait. Your little friends can wait. Whatever else, that can wait. That party can wait, because you're going to look back and be like, I wish I stayed home that night and got that assignment done. The next one I'm going to talk about, I just added this to my list because I got an inspiration that I saw, because before I even sat down to film this video, I had to get some inspiration. I had this idea on my list, but I just, obviously had to wait to the right time and take time to really figure out what I was gonna say, because although I give myself advice all the time, I wanted to make sure that it made sense to you guys, because some things I tell myself compared to telling other people, sometimes it don't make sense. But I understand, because it's coming from me. But this next one I just have on my list, hygiene. Female to female. Even my males out there, like I said, but I'm gonna start female to female. Your hygiene has to be on point, sis. Like, I know if you're doing tons of sports and you're gone like throughout the day, and you may come home late, whatever, you're tired, don't go sit around and like I said, procrastinate to take a shower or none of that. You got to stay up on your hygiene. Like I said, I know we're gonna be tired, schoolwork, and even if you decide to do sports, after school activities, like you cannot put your hygiene off just because you're tired. Like, you have to persevere through that and get that out of the way and get that done, because like that's a significant factor when it comes to school. I know that regardless if I had already started sports or if I was just coming straight home from right after school, I was tired. I was exhausted. 7.5 hours a day. Like, I'm tired. So I get that, but I never brought myself to sit around and chill or even take a nap straight after I came from school. Like, that's just so dirty to me, and you have to, especially as young ladies, you have to stay up on your hygiene game. We go through things, we have our time of the month, and we just need to make sure we stay up to par. Please, this is not, hygiene is something you cannot slack off on. You really have to, because you slack off a little bit, you think you're just slacking off a little bit, and it will mess up your whole game. It will mess up your whole game. So hygiene is a game changer, because it will get you straight, girl. I want to talk about your mental health. Mental health is very, very important. I feel like this should be honestly at the top of my list because like I've dealt with so many people whose mental health, I've dealt with so many people during my previous 2 school years in high school whose mental health was just, it wasn't there. I mean, I could tell. And I really saw how it affected them. Because when your mental health isn't right, if it takes a toll on your body, the way you interact with people, you're just in your entire well-being. And it just makes you, it kind of changes you as a person. Like, you're just like, you kind of don't know who you are almost anymore. I don't know, maybe I'm just rambling and saying whatever, but I mean, mental health is serious. Like, you have to take it serious. I mean, self-care, your hygiene, that all ties into that. If you're keeping up with that, that will help with your mental health. I mean, it relieves stress. I know doing my self-care, keeping up with my hygiene, making sure my body is straight, that helps my mental health a lot. So I think that would really help you guys. Talking to someone, if you have a friend, someone you just really love talking to or enjoy, you know, being around, open up to them. You know, if you're going through something, let them know. Just rant. Like, they don't even have to have a valid response. Just rant to them. Because your mental health, if it's not straight, like I said, you're not going to be straight. Your mindset is not going to be there. You'll be sitting in class not even focused on what the teacher is talking about. You won't want to do your schoolwork. Your grades will start dropping. Your grades can start dropping because your mental health is not right, you know? Your mental health definitely, like I know as students, teachers, they just pile a whole bunch of like loads of work on us. My school gives us mental health day passes so we can like take, apparently we only get 1 a quarter or something, but girl, I'll take 5 1/4. So yes, please make sure mental health is on par. You know, take all the tips that I gave you about mental health if you are struggling with it or you start to struggle with it, because I know once everything starts getting hectic, you kind of almost start ignoring your well-being. Like, you really start abusing yourself because you're like, oh, I gotta get this assignment done, oh, I gotta turn this in, oh my gosh, there's a project, oh, there's a quiz I gotta study for, and you start abusing your mental health. I'm telling you guys, I really used to get like headaches, like migraines, throbbing migraines after school when I came home, because it's like, I mean, I wanted to take a nap, at the same time I knew I couldn't because I had to study for this upcoming quiz and all that, or I had to get this assignment done or this project. And I know, especially during around the like getting closer to some break, we have finals for each class, even like extracurricular classes like dance or music, we have finals for each class. And usually for our finals, they give us like kind of like a project, not really a big project, but they give us a project, and it was stressing for me. Yeah, it was really stressful for me. Like, finals, like towards the end of the school year, really took a toll on me, and I do not want that feeling for you guys. I do not want you guys to feel that, like, or at least even get to that point where I did. So make sure just take a break. Even if your school doesn't give mental health classes like my school does, still take a break, and then just write an excuse. Like, even if you have to tell them in your excuse note, like, I had to take a break, like, I'm stressed, like, school is almost like a job. It really is. It's almost like a job. Like, it's almost like a job. 7 hours a day for 5 days a week. Every time I think about it, it just makes my head hurt even more, because it's just like, yes. So you can tell I lost a step from mental health, because I really like that. I don't play about mental health. I don't play about it. Like, I'll take a week off. Ooh, my wrong chair. I'll take a week off of school if I have to, all because of my mental health. And I advise you to do the same, because it's serious. It's serious. Like, you cannot Teachers want us to focus so well in school, you know, get good grades, turn assignments on time, turn our assignments correctly and on time. But we cannot do all that if our mental health is not where it's supposed to be. If we're stressed, tired, we can't do that. So make sure your mental health is your first priority before all of that, because I'm telling you, you cannot focus in school if it ain't right. So get it right, to focus on it. And the very last topic before I conclude today's video is about relationships. Now, I mean, obviously when I say relationships, you probably think, first thing you think, you know, romantic relationships, like girlfriend, boyfriend type stuff. That's not all I mean. I know I already talked about friends, and that's like a form of relationships, but I still want to talk because I'm talking about relationships. I mean, you can mean any relationship. Relationship with your friend, relationships with friends, teachers, peers, boyfriend, girlfriend. I know I said it like, I know I said I save this topic kind of for last because I kind of have a lot to say, but now that I think of it, there's not really much for me to say about relationships because, I mean, for one, I tell myself this a lot, there's no need for a relationship, especially if you're still in school. I mean, elementary, middle, high school, college, like if you're still in school. I mean, it's a distraction in itself, and you know, you are gonna have a lot to deal with, like I already mentioned, like your mental health, peer pressure, if you want to do sports, all that, keeping your grades up. So a relationship is only going to kind of almost make it harder for you to focus just on yourself. Not to say, you know, not like forbid relationships, the romantic ones, girlfriend, boyfriend, but I mean, at least if you're going to, like, if you're looking into relationships, if you're purposely looking into it, or you find yourself getting caught up in one, you know, mid-school year, at least I can just tell you, just take your time. If you find yourself, you know, slowly getting into a relationship where you're talking to someone, you know, first of all, keep that private, because people around school, they talk, they like to mess things up. Yeah, keep that private. Don't go around, you're like, oh yeah, I'm talking to such and such, because then you'll hear that, you know, go all about the school. Have you heard so-and-so talking to, you know? So keep that to yourself, keep that private. Whether if you're in an official relationship or you're just in the talking stage, keep that private. But even then, if you're like just in the talking stage or getting to know them, take your time, please. If there's anything that I can tell you about relationships and liking people, take your time, because when you rush things, girl. Moreover, just put your faith and trust in the Lord. Heavily put your faith and trust in the Lord. Because you really should be worried or focused on relationships in high school. You shouldn't. Like, your dating life, you'll have, girl, you have years to go around and date. Get your priorities straight first. Oh, I say that flying around. Anyways, get your priorities straight first, then you can be worried about a relationship. Like I said, if it comes your way, if that's what the Lord puts you in life, where He's showing you kind of like what He wants to put together in the future, the Lord will like show you like a little snippet of things that, you know, He's gonna have for you in your future. But it's not gonna be like legit in the present time. But He's just showing you a little snippet, like a look into your future almost. But I think it's safe to say, just like trust in the Lord, like just put your faith in the Lord and let Him guide you when it comes to relationships. Like I'm telling you, let Him guide you, because guiding yourself, girl, that's not gonna work. I could tell you that from first-hand experience. So, and I am telling you that from first-hand experience. So yeah, when it comes to relationships, just let the Lord handle that. Let Him deal with that. Let Him focus on that. If you're worried about if I'm gonna need a boyfriend or if I'm gonna need a girlfriend, say, Lord, I'm putting that in your hands. I'm trusting you with that part of my life. My love life, I'm trusting you with that. And trust Him with it completely. Okay. And that concludes today's video. Long talk. I know it was. I really, honestly, I love talking. I could talk for hours. I love talking. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video though. Like I really do. I'm gonna be like straight honest. Although I did take some time sitting down and thinking about this video idea, I didn't really think too much on what I was going to say about each topic that I have listed here, because I knew it was going to come naturally, because I have a lot to say about each topic that I did write down. But I really hope that this advice that I gave you all really helps you with this upcoming school year. So on my upcoming freshmen, sophomores, or even if you're going to a junior, this is for, just high schoolers in general, not just freshmen and sophomores. High schoolers in general, I really hope this advice helped you. Definitely gonna be going down a lot of bumpy roads because, from my past experiences, I know that. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Have a blessed day.